Hi, mates. Welcome back. Hope everybody's doing well this morning after the holiday. Hope everybody enjoyed the fourth here in the U.S. I just want to do a early recap here. I'm on TradingView, and I want to talk a little bit about Cardano. I haven't talked about Cardano in a few weeks. I know we've been kind of MIA here for the last week or so on YouTube, anyway. But listen, we got another fork coming up, so we've got all that kind of development coming up here with Cardano. And we know what's happened before every time we get these project development rollouts over the last 2 years with Cardano. Things are still happening in the developer community, regardless of what's happening in the macro market, mates. And that's what you have to focus on. So you still want to use and implement your tools, your methods, but slowly nibbling at crypto at these levels. There is still a propensity for crypto to continue to go lower. What I mean by that is lower than 19,000 for Bitcoin. We got back above 20,000 on a holiday yesterday, which is great. But there still is that stable coin government FUD out there. We don't really know with Tether what real. There's another shoe to drop with that, with its pegging and with all of that that's happening and the unwrangling of a lot of institutional hands of a lot of things, squeezes. You've got people basically just being liquidated out at a both a retail and an institutional level, which is basically a self-perpetuating philosophy, propensity for the wheel to spin. Okay, and so you have to be wary of that, but there are still trades to be made. Okay, and that's what's happening now. But they're technical trades. They're not FOMO trades. They're not FUD trades necessarily, because I think we've seen the major part of the FUD. I mean, we may get another bad market day, stock market wise, but from a project standpoint, you want the top 50 is where you want to be looking in crypto. Top 25, top 50, solid projects. Developers haven't left, not shutting their doors, not walking away. Right now is not exactly the best time unless you are a very contrarian investor. The activity in the NFT space is basically 90% less than it was 9, 10 months ago than it is now. Okay. So that's an area that's going to take a little bit of while to come back. But if you're a contrarian investor buying in a bear market, like, in terms of spaces, you know, you need to do your own due diligence, right? You need to be your own financial advisor when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just a schmuck on YouTube like everybody else who enjoys crypto and leverage trading crypto. So we're looking at Cardano here. We've fallen back below our 7 and 21 days. Okay, after having a nice little run yesterday, great trade up yesterday from 44 to around the 47 level. It was a really great, easy holiday leverage trade for folks that captured that 38% run. Depending on what leverage you're on. But we're up all the way up here for the last buy signal on June 30th. Okay, going into July, down below 20 here, or right around 20 on the RSI 4-hour, all the way up to about 60. Okay, so that's a great run on a simple 3x trade. Okay, even in a bad market, right? And that's how you have to do it. This 721 method is going to work for you in a bull or bear market because you're basically downsizing your time frame and you're technically trading. Okay, so you're not going to hold it as long. You're not day trading necessarily, or minute trading, or stick trading. But you're probably not going to hold it the 3 days, because you can see here what's kind of happened with Cardano. When you look at weekly movements, okay, that we're going to get this. It's going to be choppy, mates. And so you want to make sure that now we're looking at support levels at about 44. And if we fall below 44, we're going to go all the way back down to here, okay, which is going to put us in the, potentially back below 44 down there before we get support up again, and then come back to challenge the 7 and 21, which is right now at about 45. Okay, so we break through 45, we're going to go to 46, 47. And so that's where you want to look for your window, for your opportunity on a low leverage trade for a project like Cardano when you're dealing with a market like you're dealing with today with the fork coming up